Phil, 5:15 is when Denver will take the stage first here on Media Night, dubbed Super Bowl 50 opening night, right here at the SAP Center, home of the San Jose Sharks. Over 5,500 media members are credentialed for this event. Now, the Broncos will take the stage first, followed by the Panthers. It's one of the major spectacles fans look forward to because of the questions asked to players. Some serious, some not so serious. Panthers corner Josh Norman and quarterback Cam Newton will certainly be fielding obscure questions all night. Their reactions, I'm sure, to be priceless. We ran into a fan from Statesville that happened to be in San Jose on business and was ecstatic to watch the circus we call Media Day.
Ever since the '03 Super Bowl, when I first saw them go against the New England Patriots, I just knew I had to be a Panthers fan.
The dynamics, the team was like a big unit. It's phenomenal. Watching the city back them, watching the team, how they interact together. It's great. The camaraderie is awesome.
Now, I'm sure one of the questions that will be asked to Cam Newton was, what was he thinking wearing those white and gold Versace pants, boarding the plane to come here to California? And, you got questions like that, and you're going to have a little bit more serious questions for Mr. Cam Newton. Phil has more on that. Phil.
Broncos.
Over 5,000 media members from around the world were on hand, and some interesting characters, too. Germany's YouTube sensation Flula has close to 1 million viewers and wants players to explain the rules of American football.
We do not use hands, that's a foul, so it's very confusing to watch Putin Mooning and Cameron Newton.
And then there's Nickelodeon's Pick Boy, donning spandex and a cape, his 8th year asking questions in a leotard.
Listen, it's traditional Pick Boy is the black, orange, and green. However, Super Bowl 50, golden Super Bowl, you got to go all gold.
Did you make this yourself?
I have a guy.
You got a guy.
I can hook you up.
The superhero Pick Boy may have stole the show with his costume, but Miss Universe got a chance to put players on the hot seat.
You know, the questions that they ask me a lot during interviews, I throw back at them. So now it's my turn to interview them.
Miss Universe was pulled away from me before I got a chance to ask her what those questions may be. Actor and comedian who is best known for his role in Curb Your Enthusiasm, J.B. Smoove, was also in the house. Smoove was born in Plymouth, North Carolina.
This is an extravaganza. This is what people want to see at home. They need to know that this game is going to be an amazing game.
JB's so full of enthusiasm and excitement. Now, we have plenty of behind-the-scene photos on our website at WSOCTV.com. Just click on the Panthers section. Phil, I grew up in Oakland, so while I'm here on business, we should say, I had to make a little stop at Grandma's house. There's always sentimental value coming home. I can always count on my grandparents reading the sports page in the morning. My grandma, Jane, who's 82, mentions there's a familiar face. California native and Panthers head coach Ron Rivera front and center.
His father seemed to have been in the service there, so he knows about the area pretty well. It was kind of funny. Here it says that I guess he was a little chunky and he had to squeeze into his that stuff they put on their shoulders.
After catching up with my grandparents, my mouth began to salivate as my grandma fired up the stove. See how perfectly circled this is? It's Grandma's touch. There's no way I had this kind of touch at Grandma. 60 years of tortilla making, 60 years of delightful goodness. The smells of Mexican rice and tortillas flood the house. Now it's my turn to try and perfect tortilla making. I have to use my hands, right?
No, you use that because
you don't want me to burn?
No, I don't.
Because I'm a rookie? Is that what you're telling me?
There you go. There you did it. Oh, you did it.
Thanks, Grandma. Thank you for having me.
It looks like...
What does it look like?
It looks like the map of North Carolina, but...
North Carolina, she says. They're close. I guess maybe North and South Carolina. I'll give you a Panther head. Well, that visit was short and sweet. I filled my belly with a ton of Mexican rice, tortillas, and of course a lot of hugs with Grandma. Yeah, that's right. We checked out the NFL experience deep in the heart of San Francisco and caught up with some Panther fans along the way. From taking a picture with the Lombardi Trophy to showing off your range at the punt, pass, and kick game, fans got a chance to partake in 17 different events. We ran into a few Panther fans Lincolnton native Alan Cantwell moved to the Bay Area before the Panthers even became a franchise, but has stayed true to his roots since the inception in 1995. He loves that the Panthers have gained respect even 2,600 miles away from Charlotte.
When the Panthers beat the Niners a couple of years ago, people started recognizing who the Panthers were, right? So it was nice to actually have people really recognize and identify with them.
Shannon O'Hare and his family with Hickory ties also relocated to the Bay, taking in the NFL experience. Shannon's son Isaiah ran drills in his favorite player's jersey.
He's the MVP defender. Yeah, and I just love Luke Kuechly. He's my idol. I want to be like him.
Harold Henderson from Oakland is supporting the Panthers because of Cam Newton's success. From junior college to Heisman and national championship winner to now playing in the Super Bowl.
You know, some people complain about his celebration, but it's like, what is he doing? All he's doing is celebrating, having fun, doing what he's getting paid to do. So I love it, man. He's having fun.
Overall, even for non-fans, there is something to take in. If bling's your thing, the Super Bowl ring history may be your exhibit to check out. Now it seems the rings keep getting bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, but also in the air in California.
Sports anchor Lawrence Gilligan took a ride today in the Goodyear blimp, giving us a whole new perspective. What have you, Lawrence?
Yeah, guys, I think the song Lights by Journey kicked in. San Francisco is a wonderful place to take in by foot, but how about from 1,500 feet in the air over the city? Talk about breathtaking. We were up bright and early this morning to take to the sky, and it was definitely worth it. It took about 35 minutes to cruise past Oakland, Treasure Island, and take in an amazing view of Super Bowl City by the Port of San Francisco. Off in the distance, the Golden Gate Bridge and Coit Tower, and to the right, Alcatraz.
The hills are just beautiful out here. Geographically, it's just such an amazing part of the country.
Now, the Goodyear blimp is known to be high above a ton of sporting events, but the big one, the Super Bowl, they were the first to bring live aerial coverage for Super Bowl I back in 1967. Pilot Matthew St. John says out of about 250 sporting events Goodyear covers in the air, good old-fashioned pigskin is #1 on his list.
Well, you know, football is always a lot of fun because you can really see the action. Matter of fact, one of our displays up here, we can cycle over to whatever the camera's picking up, so it's easy to follow the game.
Although the blimp is in the Bay Area for now, it will not shoot aerials of Super Bowl 50. In fact, the last game they captured a bird's eye view was Super Bowl 30. No aerial coverage has been shot over stadiums since 2001.
Back before 9/11, it would get pretty crowded overhead Super Bowl. You'd have helicopters circling at 500 feet, banner towers at 1,000 feet, blimps at 1,500 feet. So it was like a whirlpool of aircraft flying overhead the stadium. Sunday should be pretty quiet.
Now, fun fact, this was actually a historic ride for us. This is the last remaining blimp of its kind in the world. The GZ20 model will retire in 2017. Guys?
Wow, that was an amazing view.
Yeah, so cool. I haven't been to San Francisco in a long time, but you realize how big that city is when you see it from up in the air. So great perspective, Lawrence. Thank you.